I'm Matt Bohlert here at the La Quinta Resort and Club in Palm Springs, California for REIT IR 2017, NAREIT's Law, Accounting, and Finance Conference. Joining me today is Ron Bohlert, Sector Lead with the Real Estate and Insurance Group with the New York Stock Exchange. Ron, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Matt. It's great to be here.
Now let's start by talking about the IPO market, which seems to have picked up its pace again this year. What trends did you see in 2016, and how has that carried over into 2017?
So 2016 was a fairly slow year for the IPO market by almost all measures. Might seem like a long time ago, but you may remember that we kicked off the year with the worst performance in recent history, with the S&P shedding almost 11% in the first month and a half by mid-February, as political and economic concerns as well as continued depressed commodity prices took a lot of the confidence out of the market. As a result, we saw the VIX, or the volatility index, soaring, and in April, we welcomed MGM Growth Properties, which ranked as the third largest REIT IPO of all time, raising just over $1 billion. Throughout the year, we ended up welcoming 38 new listings, 3 in the REIT space, raising a total of $13.5 billion. So overall, it turned out to be a pretty good year after a slow start. In 2017, we're seeing a continuation of that momentum, and we're off to a really active start so far. Markets are at or near all-time highs. While there's still some lingering uncertainty regarding the political climate going forward, volatility is back to near historic lows again. As a result, we've already welcomed 17 new listings to the New York Stock Exchange, raising just under $9 billion, 3 of which already were REITs. And this is including the second largest REIT IPO, Invitation Homes, which raised $1.54 billion towards the end of January.
Now, switching gears a little bit, this spring, NAREIT and the NYSE will be co-hosting an event for the REIT investor relations community. What was the catalyst behind creating this kind of forum?
Public REITs have grown to over $1 trillion market cap industry and are more visible than ever with the separation of the real estate GIC sector this fall. And as a result, the role of the REIT IR professional has had to grow and evolve as well. With the New York Stock Exchange being home to almost 94% of the market cap in the REIT space, and the vast majority of them also being NAREIT members, we wanted to find a way to leverage that network and bring them together in a forum where they can share ideas, best practices, and discuss themes that are unique to the REIT space. So the New York Stock Exchange and NAREIT are co-hosting the first ever REIT IR symposium June 5th at the New York Stock Exchange just before NAREIT's REIT Week.
And could you give us a little bit of color about what some of those topics that will be discussed are?
The event will kick off with a networking lunch in one of our newly renovated rooms, the NYSE Big Board Club, and be followed by several panel discussions. The first will feature veteran REIT analysts, and they're going to be discussing, among other things, how they digest the information that comes from the listed companies. And they're going to speak about items that they find most valuable in company presentations, as well as things that they don't find as important. I'll be hosting the second panel as we take a dive into REIT market structure. And we're going to speak about the role of the designated market maker and how the IROs can best leverage their exchange relationships and the resources that are available to them so they can better understand the trading in their stocks. The last panel will be REIT CFOs and what their take on the IR role is and what they view as a successful investor relations program within their company. The event's going to end with the group heading down to the New York Stock Exchange trading floor and a select few getting to close the U.S. equity markets by ringing the closing bell. Overall, it should be a great event. We're really looking forward to it.
Ron, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Matt.
For more from REIT IR 2017, be sure to visit NAREITsREIT.com.